What up, tech heads? Thanks for tuning in for another edition of Techies N Teslas. One of the most common questions I get asked about my Tesla is, does it really drive by itself? The short answer, yes. But before you go and do all that, there's a few things you need to understand about Tesla's Advanced AutoPilot and how it works. Now, on today's edition of The Real Deal, we're going to tell you the truth about the Advanced AutoPilot and tell you how we think it performs. Is it worth it? And is it all it's cracked up to be? Let's jump right in and find out. Now, Tesla has 7 basic key features included in their Advanced AutoPilot. They have traffic aware cruise control, which is also called TAC, T-A-C-C. This will keep the vehicle at the speed limit that you set, just like a normal cruise control. However, it is traffic aware, so it is going to keep a proper distance on the vehicle in front, and if that vehicle slows down, it's going to adjust itself accordingly as well. You can set it up between 1 and 7 seconds. It also has auto steer. This is my favorite feature. Now, all these Advanced AutoPilots only work up to a maximum speed of 150 kilometers an hour. For safety, obviously, I don't think you'd want to be going any faster than that using it. What the auto steer does is keeps you in your lane and actually follows the road perfectly. So unlike other manufacturers like Ford that has lane correcting, this is actually steering for you, just like you would be if you were driving yourself. It also has auto lane change. So what that means is when you tap your turn signal left or right, it's going to automatically change lanes when it's safe to do so. It is traffic aware, so it knows if anybody's there. It has side collision warning, so this will alert the car to any obstacles, cars, anything that's in its path. It's going to alert, and it can even take evasive maneuvers to avoid a collision. It has auto park, which if you are terrible at parallel parking, you can basically use auto park, and it's going to parallel park back into a spot. Many different types of parking you can do with it. Then, of course, you have your smart summon, which is if you want to bring the vehicle to you, let's say you're at a mall, it's raining, it's cold, the vehicle will actually drive to pick you up. Now, that is limited to parking lots only. Right now, it does not work on public roads yet, but so far, as you've seen from my other videos with the smart summon, it is pretty impressive. So all these features go to make Advanced AutoPilot. Now, of course, the vehicle is using its 8 cameras that are located around the car to give it a full 360-degree view. But the cameras aren't Tesla's only equipment that it uses to keep you safe in autopilot. It also has sonar and radar. This can actually allow the vehicle to see in night conditions, bad weather, fog, up to 250 meters. It can detect things like animals on the road, and it will automatically adjust its speed and even emergency brake if needed. So a lot of cool features. What does that all mean? Let's find out, shall we? Let's hit the road. So we are now driving in the car, and we're going to test out the autopilot. So what you'll see on the dash, as you'll see in the other video overlay, is you'll see a little gray steering wheel. That simply means that the car is ready for autopilot. So I have pulled towards me twice on the cruise control lever, which has now put the vehicle into autopilot. And now what we see on the display is 2 blue lines that the vehicle will follow, and that is how you know that you are in autopilot. So now the vehicle is 100% driving by itself, doing everything, including monitoring vehicles around me, which you will see on your display, as you see from the other little video I include. And that is it. That is autopilot in all its glory. Now, this by far is my favorite feature of the Tesla. It is safe. It has proven itself to me over and over again. And when you are on navigation, you can actually put it in what's called navigate on autopilot. And what that is going to do is if you're coming up to an off-ramp or somewhere where you have to merge off a highway, it's going to automatically signal and merge off for you. So it does all that stuff by itself. Now, you do have to keep attention 100% even while you're in autopilot. About every 10 to 15 seconds, the vehicle will prompt you to put your hands on the steering wheel just so it knows that you're not sleeping. There has been cases of that in California of people found sleeping behind the wheel or so drunk they're passed out behind the wheel, which is ridiculous. That is not what autopilot is for. Now, if you are coming up to a red light, stop sign, any kind of other traffic symbol or sign, the vehicle is not going to stop at a stop sign. Not yet. Tesla is working on it, but as of right now in Canada, it will not read stop signs, red lights, traffic circle, yields, etc. So you are responsible for paying full attention, making sure that you are not going to be blowing through any of those things. Now, sometimes you do have to kill the autopilot, so to speak, which is what I just did as we are merging onto a busy highway now. But all in all, autopilot does work just the way that it was designed to do. And every day I am blown away and just utterly impressed by the technology. Now, one thing I should mention is when you are in autopilot, if there is a vehicle in front of you, and if that vehicle is going to be stopping in front of a red light or at a stop sign, your car will stop as long as the vehicle in front of you stops. Now, the nice thing as well about the Advanced AutoPilot is lane changes. So if you basically tap on your turn signal, the car will automatically change lanes by itself when it's safe to do so. Now, I'm sure the audio quality here is getting pretty crappy right now because we are on the highway. But as you can see, we are in autopilot doing highway speed, and the vehicle is having no problem maintaining its lane and also keeping an eye on all the other vehicles around me. This is by far Tesla's greatest accomplishment. This is what makes Tesla Tesla. Great job. Well, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in to Techies N Teslas for this real deal episode of Advanced Autopilot. Is it worth it? Hell yeah! Make sure to subscribe and like our videos to keep up to date with all our future videos. And if you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. Once again, appreciate you tuning in, and that was the real deal.